What is up, folks? I'm your host, Alex Dauterive, and today we're going to go over the SEC power rankings I have here for you. As you see, there's a lot of movement. Okay, the SEC right now, just in college basketball, has just been freaking insane. Okay, teams you don't think are going to win are winning. Teams you think that should be losing, I mean, it's just chaotic. Nothing makes sense. Okay, I know a lot of people when you probably saw these power rankings were not thrilled. Okay, because look, you expected your team to be doing better than where they are currently. Okay, a lot of people are upset that A&M is where they are, but guess what? A&M is 3-0, guys. I'm not going to have A&M at the bottom of my SEC power rankings when they're undefeated. They're also right now beating Tennessee as we speak. They're winning 48-46. So it's like they are a good team. But let's go over all these. But first, before we do that, guys, make sure you hit subscribe right now. Help us get to 30,000 subscribers on the SEC Unfiltered account here. Also, guys, make sure you check out the layup line. That's where me and my boy Brian host twice a week. It's on Tuesdays and Fridays. You don't want to miss them. 11 a.m. Tuesdays and Fridays for the layup line. All we do is talk about SEC college basketball, guys. So you don't want to miss out. But first, want to thank our guys over at Underdog. Without them, you know what I mean? We would be having a good time right here. So thank you, Underdog. Make sure you guys download the Underdog app right now. So what are you waiting for? Download the app today. Use promo code SECU to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Like I said, that's promo code SECU. Underdog makes picks win money. So make sure you download the app and let's get into it. Like I said, there's been so much craziness right now in SEC basketball. It's just nuts. First, gotta go talk about LSU. Okay, I put them at 16 right now. They haven't won a single SEC conference game yet. They just don't look good. Okay, they lost to South Carolina. That was embarrassing. South Carolina just destroyed them in that first half. Was able to keep that lead, and they just haven't looked good since. They play Kentucky and Missouri this week. Both games are at home though, so who knows? Maybe can LSU get a win against Kentucky or Missouri at home? Both those teams are still good quality SEC teams. Kentucky's been a little recently. Missouri's been is really good defensively. Now, I just be careful if you're LSU. I just have a feeling that they're going to probably lose both of these games. They currently are 12-4. 3 of those losses they'll come from the SEC. You gotta win your SEC games, guys. So right now, LSU have them at 16. Was not expecting them to be this low, but if you can't win your games, can't win your games. Next up, we got Ole Miss. We have them at 15. They're currently 9-7. Malik Dia and AJ, man, they had a game against Missouri. They played lights out. This is the Ole Miss team. Like, when are they going to show up? They showed up against Missouri. And guys, Missouri is a very good defensive team. So that was a really good win for them. They played Georgia and Mississippi State this week, which both those teams, Georgia is a very complete team. Mississippi State, they've been balling out. They did have a hard loss recently. So, I mean, can they win both these games this week? I don't know. Could they sneak against maybe Mississippi? Potentially. Also, same thing could happen against Georgia. Maybe they get one of those wins. They don't have an easy conference schedule, though, just this year in general. Look, the SEC is not an easy conference when it comes to college basketball. It's tough for them. But Ole Miss, I don't know how I feel about them right now. Currently, I'm at 15. I just have a feeling they're going to be at the bottom of the pack this year. Next up, we got South Carolina, okay? They shocked the world. They got a great win against LSU, okay? They came out hot, stayed hot, got a really good win. That Georgia game was crazy also. Came out of that first half. South Carolina was looking great. Just couldn't continue the success they had from that first half into that second half, lose to Georgia. But there were times, man, I thought, I was like, hey, they might win this game and beat Georgia. And if Georgia would have lost South Carolina, would people be mad at Mike White? They play Arkansas and Auburn this week, which both those games just sound dreadful. I do not want to play Arkansas after what happened to Arkansas and Auburn. Then I also don't want to play Auburn because they're starting to get hot. So I don't know how I feel about South Carolina. I feel like they're probably going to lose these 2 games coming up. Next one, okay, Texas. I got Texas at 13. I know some of you guys were like, they need to be higher than what they are. I understand they did get a good win against Alabama, okay? But I think for right now, I have them at 13. I'm okay with them at 13. Get some more quality wins like they did against Bama. I could see them moving up. Now, can they take down Vandy and their in-state rival this week? They play A&M and Vandy. Okay, both these games are going to be really fun games to watch. I'm looking forward to watching both of these games. I have hope for this team, okay? I want to see them play like better. After how hard they fought against Bama, I want to see that regularly, okay? We know they can keep scoring 90 plus in games, but make sure you do it every game when you're playing these tough opponents. Get 90 plus, you're going to win, okay? You outscored Bama. That's what Bama's good at, just scoring. And guess what? You scored better than them. Next one we got is Oklahoma, dude. Got smacked by Mississippi State and then lost to Texas A&M. They played Florida and Bama this week. Look, I was expecting Oklahoma to do better in both of these games. That Mississippi State game, I was just like, this is hard to watch, guys. What are we doing right now, Oklahoma? So I have them at 12, which I feel like is an okay spot for them right now. Was I looking at them last week a little differently? Yes. Unfortunately, week to week, we're so early into SEC conference play. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of change, a lot of things going on. Can they swing things around with a good win against Bama? I don't know if they beat Florida tonight. They might. But look, go and get a good win against Florida or Alabama. This turns things around for this Oklahoma team. Still have like somewhat hope for them. Okay, they're not bad yet, right? They still there's hope there. The next one here we have is Kentucky. Kentucky, I have them at 11. I like Kentucky still. Do I think they're going to end the season on a high note? Probably not. I still do. It's Kentucky, right? You have to have hope for this team. Right now, they had a huge win against Mississippi State. Otega Away is just the guy, right? He had 22 points in this game. Aberdeen with 16. Marino with 17. You're seeing guys show up and do what they need to do to win a big game. And guess what? They did that. Okay, Aberdeen was balling out. Marino Away. That's what you need. You can't put all your marbles in Otega Away because if he's the only one doing everything, you're going to lose that game. Now, Jalen Lowe is out for the remainder of the season. He had surgery. He only played 3 minutes in that Mississippi State game. I could see this team doing well, though, having to change things around with losing a player like him. We've seen teams do this before. You lose a playmaker, you lose one of your guys, and then you have to rework everything. I could see Kentucky reworking things and it being a positive for them, okay, because they couldn't figure it out with Lowe out there on the court. Maybe, look, hear me out. Take Lowe out of the picture, let him heal up all his seniors out for the season. Come back next year, hunky-dory. But I think for this team, this might be the push they need to change things around. And we saw that in the Mississippi State game. They changed things up. Guess what? They won big. So I'm not going to just say Kentucky's out of the picture yet, okay? They have the talent there. This team has the talent. They could be physical, okay? They could be great offensively and defensively. I want to see it game after game after game. So curious to see what happens there. If you're a Kentucky fan, I want to know how you're feeling about this team so far. I still see some fans that are like, they're hopeful. You know what I mean? They're not like, let's fire my poop yet. So just stay hopeful, see what happens. Now we got Tennessee. I put Tennessee at 10. Okay, they beat Texas but got demolished by Florida. They got eviscerated. They lost 91-67. Okay, it was a bad game for Tennessee. Okay, they're still ranked, so that's great for them. But good Lord, you cannot lose like that to a team like Florida. Okay, their net's 27 right now. They play Texas A&M this week and Kentucky. Should be two great games, and they're both home games. Now we're seeing it right now. They're playing Texas A&M and they're losing. Texas A&M is no joke, folks. People sleep on that team. They are a good basketball team. Want to see this team shoot more? Don't see them getting over 60 shots like Tennessee. Shoot the dang basketball. Okay, you're getting the mid-50s. Okay, like all the time. I want to see shots getting over 60. Okay, shoot the ball. Air that thing out. You know what I mean? Trust your gut. Get some, shoot or shoot. You got to start shooting that basketball more. Could Tennessee turn things around? I don't know. Rick Barnes ain't going anywhere, but also people are getting sick of Rick Barnes. Like you said, when you lose a game like they did against Florida, that's not good. Does not make the team feel good. It's not a good way to go. I'd like to see them move up in my SC power rankings, but not with how they're playing. If they lose to A&M, man, I mean, goodness gracious. We got to talk about A&M, because who saw this coming? You know what I mean? Who saw A&M being as dominant as they are this season? So curious to know what you guys think. Does Tennessee beat either A&M or Kentucky this week? Look, right now it's not looking good with this one. They're currently down 3 points. It's 53-50. But look, still got hope for that team. Then we got Mississippi State. I have them at 9. They have been such an electric team to watch so far this season. Okay, had a huge win against Oklahoma. They were awful against Kentucky. They were shooting 15% of the three. I think they only had 3 for 20, which is horrible. Okay, I understand they do shoot a lot. Like Mississippi State, you go watch their games, they are airing it out. They're missing a lot, but if they're making them still, it makes it okay. But 3 for 20, you cannot be going 3 for 20. If you're going 3 for 20, you're not going to win that game. Okay. Maybe if it's like 10 for 30, I can take that. But 3 for 20 is just really bad. You got to work on your shooting. That's a problem I think we've been seeing from a lot of different teams, not just SEC. It just all these basketball teams right now having a hard time with their shots. They're not landing their shots. And the shots are just terrible too. Have air ball here, air ball there. Work on your shooting. Because guess what? If you were hitting more of these threes, you hit 5 more of these threes, 6 more of these threes. Very different game, guys. So still like Mississippi State. Have them at 9. They've been so much fun to watch. They're an electric team. I like watching them. Very similar to like how I watching number 8 here, Missouri. Missouri, man, this team's defense is a fun team to watch. They went in to Rupp Arena this last week and beat Kentucky for the first time. That's what you want to see them do. Then they go and lose to Ole Miss. I'm so high on this team, but after beating someone like Kentucky at home and then going and losing to Ole Miss, it's frustrating, right? Especially if you're a Missouri fan. Okay, they got a really good win against Florida, good win here against Kentucky, but lose this one. They do have a really tough schedule ahead of them. This week they play Auburn, LSU. That Auburn game, I don't know if they're going to beat Auburn, but I do think they can beat LSU. But like I said, the SEC right now is so crazy because the talent's there for a lot of these teams, and a lot of these teams are really good. So it's going to be hard for teams like Missouri, Tennessee, Kentucky, even Mississippi, for them to stay up there in the top of the SEC right now because they're all. I mean, it's anyone's game right now. Last week I thought Bama was, top dog. Then they get smacked. So there's just so much change happening. But I think it's positive. It's a good thing. It's competitive. The SEC is a very competitive conference in basketball. I love to see it. Now, next one I have Auburn. Auburn's at 7. This team surprised me when they played Arkansas last week because everything I would say that they needed work on to win games, they did that. Pettiford only had 6 points in the game. Okay, that's what you want to see. Hall had 30 points in the game. Everyone was balling out in this game. They weren't just relying on Pettiford to go and do what he does. That's what Arkansas or Auburn needs to do to win these games, guys. They have to be consistent here. If it's just one guy doing everything, they're going to lose. But if it's the whole team playing good basketball and they can have that depth, they're going to win more. I mean, dude, that game was just awful if you're an Arkansas fan because they got demolished by this Auburn team. This is what I want to see. They had a tough loss there against A&M, turn things around, do what they need to do, and smack Arkansas right in the face. Still think both these teams are really good, but it's really cool to see a team like Auburn, who we did see have these close losses here, go beat a big dog in the SEC and look really convincing doing it. I like this young core. I like this team. I'm excited to see what they do this week because if they continue that success from that Arkansas game and keep going forward, they're going to be a force. Next one I got here is Georgia. They're currently ranked 21 in the country. I am high on Georgia still. Look, one of the best defensive teams in the SEC. Also, just you give anyone the ball, they're going to make plays happen. Now, that loss to Florida last week was hard for them, okay? They got smacked by Florida, and they almost lost to South Carolina, but they pulled things together. This week they played Missouri and Texas. Those are not two easy teams to beat. We've seen Missouri and Texas. Missouri beat Florida, and Texas just beat Alabama. So we know those teams are able to go and beat a team like Georgia. Now, Georgia, if they keep everybody in the game, no one's getting fouled out, things like that, they're going to be fine. Okay, they're such a deep team. I like watching them defensively, offensively. They're just good all around. You throw them in, they're going to win. I'm happy with them, and I have them at 6, guys. They're on my 6th part for my power rankings. Next one, we got Alabama. I don't know how people feel about this one. Are you guys happy that I still have them in the top 5? Are you mad at there? I couldn't really throw them down too far, right? Alabama lost to Vandy in Texas last week. Not good for them. And there's these excuses like, oh, Phylon was out for Vandy, like for that second half there. But guys, the defense, we need to see defense from this team. If another team's in a score, if the team scores 90 over you, you're going to lose. Both Texas and Vandy scored over 90 against Bama. They lost. They need to play defense better. They have a fantastic offense, but if there's no defense, you're going to lose. And that's what we're seeing so far. Am I worried about this team? Yes, because it's not going to get any easier for them for the remainder of the season. And if their only success is like, we're really good offensively, but we can't stop a team, like I said, they're going to lose. So hope that they make the adjustments they need. Will they? I don't know. Now we got A&M. A&M moved up here. I like to see this team at 4. They have been balling out. Right now, they're still beating Tennessee, which is freaking insane. Did not see this happening at the start of the season, okay? When they win, like this, well, one, they're 3-0 in SEC play. Let's talk about that. Then Auburn. They go get that win against Auburn. The coach is trying to talk to everybody. He's like, dude, I can't hear anything. I like this team, okay? He pissed the Auburn fans off. They were going berserk in this game after it. Now, was that a three-pointer fair? With 0.6 seconds left? You guys be the judge on that one. That's also crazy to me that there's enough time to get a shot off in 0.6 seconds, guys. 0.6 seconds. But great win against Auburn at Auburn, okay? That takes a lot. Then they go and beat Oklahoma as well. Love what this team is doing, okay? That Auburn game was a battle, and they look great doing it. They played Tennessee and Texas this week, which are two hard games. We're seeing it right now. It's 55-54, 5.5 minutes left. Could win this one, could lose this one, could go either way. But this Texas A&M team is no joke, and they need to be on everyone's radar. All the top 4 teams I have right now could win the SEC. I mean, there's so many teams that could win the SEC this year. It's just wild. But as of right now, really like this A&M team. They're balling out. Next one we got is Arkansas. They're currently ranked 17. Had a good win against Ole Miss. Just did not show up at all against Auburn. They were not there. The team that we had been watching this whole part of the season to that game, they were not there when they played Auburn. I don't know what team we were looking at. It just was not the same team. I'm thinking that game was a one-off game. Okay, it happens. You have a bad loss. What I'm hoping is this. They see what happened. They make the adjustments. They're like, we're not letting ourselves get our butts kicked like that again. And they're going to be okay. I like this Arkansas team a lot. Now, they play South Carolina and Georgia this week. I could have them beating both these teams, honestly. I could see them doing it. They're so freaking good. Just don't let what happened to Auburn happen again. So I think Arkansas is going to be okay. I like Arkansas. Next one we got is Florida. They smacked both Georgia and Tennessee this past week. 2 ranked teams in the SEC, and they look great doing it. The Georgia game, everyone showed up, played ball, and then in the Tennessee game, Boogie Fland, guys. 23 points in that game. He was the leading scorer. He showed up. He also got a haircut, so I'm going to say the haircut helped. But Florida, if every single guy, Xavier Lee, Boogie Fland, Chinyalu, Condon, they all play Urban. They do what they need to do. That team could go on a crazy run again. Okay, I am high on Florida right now. If Boogie Fland can keep doing what he just did against Tennessee, I'm very confident in this team going forward. Next, we got Vandy at 1. Guys, they're 16-0. Vandy can't lose right now, but they play Texas and Florida this week, so this could be a good test for them. Will they beat Texas and Florida this week? I just don't know. I don't know because Texas is hot right now, and then Florida, man, if like I said, Florida shows up like they did against Tennessee and Georgia, I don't think Vandy wins. But as of right now, Vandy is undefeated. If you would have told me Vandy was going to be in the spot where they are right now, I'm like, there's no way. Guess what? They're the number 1 team in the SEC. They're ranked 10th in the country, guys. You have to give Vandy respect because they've earned it. Look at where they are right now. So this is my power rankings right now. What I'm curious to know from you guys is, do you agree with the power rankings? Will they keep changing week to week? Yes. There's so much change going on in all these guys. We're not going to see these teams figure themselves out probably for another 2 weeks, like 100%, Then we'll probably have a really good idea of who's going to be where, and it's going to probably stay in that same boat. Okay, Texas, they might go get some crazy wins. Tennessee could. Kentucky, like all these teams could do what they need to do to move up in my power rankings here. But for the most part, I do think the bottom 3 teams will probably stay the bottom 3 teams. We might see some other teams change, but I do think, too, the top 4 or 5 teams, Vandy will probably stay up there. A&M, Arkansas, Florida, they just look so hot right now. They look good. But curious to know, what do you think of these power rankings, guys? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you hit subscribe right now on the SEC Unfiltered YouTube account. And I do want to say thank you again to our guys over at Underdog. What are you waiting for? Download the app today and use promo code SECU to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Like I said, that's promo code SECU. Underdog makes picks win money. Must be 18 years or older, 19 years or older in Alabama, New England, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. New York, call the 24/7 HOPE line at 1-8778-HOPE New York or text HOPE New York 467-369. But thank you guys for being here watching this video. Like I said, download Underdog today and use promo code SECU. And I look forward to talking to you guys later this week on the layup line. Hit that subscribe button. Find me on my social medias at Alex Dauterive. And I'll talk to you guys later. Let me know what you thought of these power rankings. I can't wait to see you on Friday.